Hello, this is Rochelle Agatha, and this is the course overview lecture for Accounting 104 for spring 2014. And you're looking at your announcement page in the Blackboard page. You should have received the course first day email. And when I send out weekly emails, they are posted in the weekly email section of your Blackboard page. So there it is. So you're here because you got that email and you know what it told you to do. So when you read that email, read it thoroughly. I'm going to give you an overview here. You know how to read, so I'm not going to read it word for word. I'm going to do a visual overview of the class. You will work within Blackboard. Any announcement that I post will show up on your announcement page. The first thing I want you to do is to download your syllabus and your course calendar. So you're just going to download these PDFs. And you're going to go through them. Your syllabus is the course contract with me. So I want you to read the whole thing. Once again, I know you know how to read, so the things I'm going to point out are really important. This is a totally online class. There is no in-person contact. You will email me, and I hold online office hours where I am on my email from 7 to 8 every Tuesday night, so you'll get quick response. Otherwise, if you send me an email, please allow me 24 hours to respond. I do have a full-time job and I teach a couple of courses, so you need to give me 24 hours to respond. I don't respond necessarily on weekends and holidays, so if you send me an email on a Friday, you may not hear back from me until Monday, so keep that in mind. Here's the course overview. Please read the online environment. This course requires that you are technically savvy, that you understand an online class, that you know how to use Blackboard, and that you're diligent in being an online student. So here's all the reality things that are important. An online class is not necessarily easier. They're there for a reason, but you need to follow the rules of an online class. So please take the time to read this. Here are the course details. This is spring semester. Here are the dates. Here's the section. So when you email me and I talk about in the email line item, I want to know the course and the section, I want you to list Accounting 104 and then section 32148 in the subject line. If you don't do that, I won't respond to your emails because there's a lot of spam that comes through from students. So I only open the email if I know it's from a student. We're going to be working with my website, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then Blackboard. Here's the course information that you need. You need Excel 2010 or greater. Everybody asks me, can I use 2007? Can I use 2003? That's your choice. 2007 will get you probably the functionality that you need. Nothing earlier than that will. You cannot use OpenOffice. You cannot use any fake spreadsheet program. If you're using a Mac, yes, you can use the Excel version for Mac, which is 2011. Most of the stuff works the same, and I do have a Mac myself, but everything else you can't use. So it's good just to get your Excel 2010 student version. It's pretty cheap, or go to the computer lab and do it. There is no book for this class. I write my own lectures and my own problems. If you need a reference manual, Excel for Dummies is a good one. And there's a ton of online help for Excel, so I just don't find the need for students to have to buy a book. Once again, you must have strong internet connection wherever you are, and the Excel, it's good to have Word if you have it, but you really need the Excel. Here's our course objectives. When you're all done, basically this class is for business students to learn the functionality of Excel. The course used to be a co-requisite of Accounting 201, or Accounting 201 used to have to be a prereq, and it isn't anymore. So you're going to find that my examples and problems are more business general than plain accounting. It's just students get lost without that accounting prereq, so I make the problems more business general. Method of instruction is you're going to watch lectures on my website, you're going to do problems, and you're going to communicate with me via email. Here's your grading. We're going to go to the course calendar in a moment, but there's one exam at the end and everything else is assignments. The course calendar is a part of the syllabus. We're going to open in a minute. You are required to do participation and attendance every week, and I do track that. If you quit attending or you don't do the course overview lecture by the due date on the calendar, I'll drop you. Here's my attendance rules. Please read them. And all assignments are due by the due date, and the final cannot be made up. Here's your important dates for the term. I don't like incomplete, so I don't give them unless there's a really, really good reason to. And here is really important. Note that your email set up in eServices as your primary email address is the one I communicate with. I have no choice. When I send you an email from Blackboard, it goes to your primary email account. So you need to go into eServices, log in as a student, and check your profile. It is automatically set as your Palomar email address unless you change it. So you need to go in here and just see what email address it has for you. Let's go back. Not saying you didn't get my emails is not an excuse in this class, because as you notice, I post them too. Here's all some other resources for you. Please do not plagiarize, copy. I change my assignments up every term, so if you've got a friend from a previous term, don't be copying anything because it's not the same. And if you need help, go ahead and ask me. Okay, let's close this one and go to the course calendar, which is really the document you need to keep at hand. Print it out. It's in color. It's done this way on purpose. Here's your week number, your week date, your assignment topic, your website lecture, your assignment, when it's due, always by 11 p.m. There's a couple Monday holidays, so I push some dates out a little bit. Lecture points, assignment points, and exam points. So right now you're doing the course overview lecture, and you're also going to do the file and sheet naming lecture, and you're going to turn these in for the points. So let's go back to Blackboard. Here's the link to my instructor website. When you click it, it's going to bring you here. I teach classes a lot of places, so there's all kinds of information here, but you are in the Palomar 104 class. And in that, you're going to find all the lectures down below. Please note that I will redo the lectures as time goes on, so stay with me on the calendar. Some of these are still here from previous terms, but I will be updating as I go. So right now you're watching the course overview lecture, which once I'm done will be posted here, and then there's the file and sheet naming. So basically you just click on a lecture, it'll open up. They're on YouTube, so you can expand them or you can watch them directly into YouTube. Some of them are a little bit longer. Give them a minute to cache through. It's your internet connection that's driving how quickly these videos run. So if you can't see it or there's something wrong, try another computer or check your settings because they're all running off of YouTube. Okay, so let's go back to the course. So every week there's going to be a lecture assignment, and an actual assignment. So when you're looking on Blackboard, in the assignments is where you're going to go. And here's the first one, course overview lecture. You're going to answer all these questions. When you click on any assignment and you're ready to answer the questions, you must answer it in the assignment submission right here. Write a submission. Do not put it in the comments section or I'm going to not grade it. You're going to click on the right submission and you're going to type your answer. You're not going to copy and paste because the formatting comes in funky. You're going to write, you're going to spell check, you're going to have punctuation, and you're going to write like a business student, or you're going to need a comment from me. So on some of them, there's specific questions that you have to answer, complete sentences, be a business student. Some of them are more generic, and I just want you to write a few sentences or a paragraph to answer. To get the points, once again, put it in the assignment submission spot, and do them by the due date. This one in particular is due by the due date on the course calendar. I'm going to drop you. This is the census requirement. Okay, let me cancel out of here. So you're going to see for all of the assignments, they're not all available yet, that there is a lecture. And then once we get going on the work, like this is the first one where there's work, there's a lecture, and then there's a problem. And you're going to do both for everything. So like this one, math review, there's a lecture and an assignment. So the lectures are worth 5 points and the assignments vary depending on how hard they are. Okay, let's go back. So all your assignments are in assignments. Weekly emails are posted here. There's a general discussion board thread set up and ready for you to go. This one's not required. If I post a required discussion board, I'll send you out an email and they will be extra credit points. But I set the general one up for you to communicate with your peers. Don't share answers. I don't monitor this one. It's just there in case you want to communicate. You can click on My Grades and see your points. I grade within a week of submission. Notice that on the course calendar, some of these you're given 2 weeks to do, so keep in mind this is only a 2-unit class, so I assign the work based on the load. Some of them you get 2 weeks to do. There's a spring break, and then the final exam is open the last week of school during finals. And that's it. So once again, you're going to use Blackboard. You're going to get weekly emails from me. You're going to answer assignments. You're going to watch lectures on my website. You're going to monitor and go in and change your email account to be whatever the one is that you check every day. And you're going to be respectful in the class, and you're going to learn a lot about Excel and have fun. If you have any questions, send me an email. Thanks.